Make some noise, get excited for Dr. Linda Nicoll, everybody. Come on. There she is.
Hi, everybody. As advertised, I am Dr. Linda Nicoll, and I'd just like to welcome my other fellow doctors to the show. And if we're all here, who's in the hospital? So as advertised, I am a doctor. I'm also 34, single, and Jewish. So if you go on our previous comedian's favorite dating website, which is JDate, you will find that I have the perfect tagline. I am the perfect son-in-law. Now, the obvious problem with that statement is that I am a chick. And so being 34, single, and Jewish means I'm one house cat away from having my vagina declared a historic landmark. So in order for my JDate headline to have the same impact that it would if I were a guy and a doctor, I'd have to describe myself as a 21-year-old bisexual heiress to a brewery fortune with a double-jointed vagina. I can make a vagina joke because I am an OBGYN. And for those of you in the audience who've never seen a vagina, and you know who you are, that stands for obstetrician gynecologist. Some of my friends like to refer to me as a vaginacologist. I find that term offensive and pejorative. I like to think of myself as a doc in a box. Being a doctor has given me a different perspective. It really affects everything I do in my life. So I'll watch TV, and I will see a show like those shows about those big families. You know, they have John and Kate plus 8, they have the Octomom, and they have my favorite, TLC's 19 Kids and Counting. Now, I used to see that show and think what you would, which is, who the hell wants 19 children? Remember, I'm an obstetrician. So I see that show, and I think about how her doctor got paid for 19 deliveries. That man just paid off his student loans and bought a Lamborghini. And because I'm a comedian, I think to myself, according to my calculations, after 19 children, her doctor could park his Lamborghini in that woman's vagina. And then I realized that's inaccurate. It's a Lamborghini, it's a sports car, it's too small, it would fall right out. They need an SUV at least. Being a doctor has also ruined one of my favorite sex games. I find I can't play doctor. It gets too real for me. You know, it used to be like a kinky sex game, like, hey baby, let's play doctor. It's like, all right, what kind of insurance do you have? You have Cigna? That's some good coverage, baby. Why don't you take off your pants, put on this paper gown? I'll be back in an hour. Being a doctor has also ruined some commercials for me. My least favorite is the commercial for the first response early pregnancy test. We tell you 6 days before your missed period. That totally ruins periods for me. Now, don't get me wrong, I hate them as much as the next girl, but they mean I don't need another abortion. Right, Mom? All right, fine. So maybe you're trying to have a baby. Maybe you want to know sooner. But why 6 days sooner? That's 6 days that you're still allowed to drink. My favorite part of the commercial is when it says, knowing you're pregnant the moment that it happens, technology is getting close. Really? Do we want it that close? Do I want my iPhone to sync with my ovaries? Are your sperm going to friend request my eggs on Facebook? And if my uterus could tweet, what would it say? At womb with Wi-Fi. Did you already have plans for 9 months from now? Hashtag, I think we're fucked. Nowadays, people really don't want technology in their lives. They want natural childbirth. What the hell is natural childbirth? What does that mean? You don't want a C-section. You don't want drugs. You want to take your placenta home, fry it up like a frittata. Nowadays, people take their placentas home and they freeze dry them, grind them up into little placenta pills. And these pills cure everything. Postpartum depression, baby weight, and libido all improved. These pills sound like cocaine. So I wonder, can you like crush them up, snort them? You know, if you really want to get a good high, like can you take a little piece of cord and like freebase that? Do we really want to know? I'll tell you why we don't. Because rock bottom for a crack addict is being married to Bobby Brown and waking up dead in a bathtub. Rock bottom for a placenta junkie is being dressed in Lululemon, standing outside of a birthing class, and mugging a doula. So the last portion of my act is actually an interactive act. So for this portion, you're all going to be my patients. Some of you immediately start to undress. Please stop. You're not due for your pap smear for at least another 6 months. But the rest of you, what I want you to do is I'm going to mention a common gynecologic problem. And your response is going to be, help me, Dr. Nicoll. So let's try it once.
Help me, Dr. Nichols.
There's no S, assholes. It's just Nicoll. Common gynecologic problem number 1. Dr. Nicoll, no S. It hurts when I have sex.
Help me, Dr. Nichols.
No problem. Stop fucking so many black guys. Try a Jew or an Asian. Side effects may include waking up to find your taxes done and your computer fixed. Common gynecologic problem number 2. I've lost my sex drive. I know they have Viagra for men. Do they have something for women?
Help me, Dr. Nichols.
Yes, they have a little blue pill for men. They have a little blue box for women. There's a white ribbon around it. Inside, there's a pair of 2-carat Tiffany diamond earrings. And I get wet just thinking about them. Take 2, call me in the morning. Common gynecologic problem number 3. I need reliable contraception. I don't want to be pregnant.
Help me, Dr. Nichols.
This one's easy. Cut your hair. Short. Gain 10 or 15 pounds, 20 if you're committed. Stop showering. And if for some reason you're still getting laid, take up stand-up comedy. I can virtually guarantee you will never get laid again. Thank you. You've been a lovely audience. And Harrison will be taking your copay at the end of the show.
Dr. Lisa Nichols, everybody! Give Linda Nichols, everybody!